I wanted to love the Streamer X from Rode, but I have to send it back. So let's talk about it. First, a couple of disclaimers. Number one, I am not a tech reviewer. That's not what I do on this channel. But when there is a piece of tech that I use, that I really like, that I think my audience would really like or benefit from, I do like to give like an honest opinion or an honest review. Second disclaimer, I wouldn't describe myself as a streamer. I stream like talking head videos and maybe interview videos on my channel. Third disclaimer, I am not an audio person. I am the worst at knowing anything about audio, troubleshooting anything about audio. The fourth disclaimer, are we at number 4? I paid for this myself. Rode didn't send this to me. In fact, I sent a support email in on Monday of this week. I'm recording this Friday morning, and I still haven't heard back. Anyway, my name is Meredith, and I'm here to help you look good, sound good, and feel good on camera so that you can build your thriving online business with YouTube. And I want to share with you what I love about the Streamer X, what I hate about the Streamer X. Hate is a strong word, but what I strongly dislike about the Streamer X, and what's like broken with this particular device and the reason that I'm sending it back. Disclaimer number 5, I wouldn't normally make a video reviewing a product or talking about a product that I'm returning. But I did mention that I'm using the Streamer X in a recent video that I did, and I also posted about it on my YouTube community tab. Since I told my audience I'm using it, I kind of feel like I should also tell you that I'm returning it. So let's start with the things I love. It's so pretty and cute. It's so colorful. I love the size. Now, I don't own any of Rode's Rodecasters. I don't have a mixer. I've never had a mixer. I've been using this microphone, the Audio-Technica ATR 2100X. So I've been plugged into my Mac directly through the USB-C port for years now. It's worked wonderful. I recommend this microphone. It's $80. It's Audio-Technica, which is a highly reputable microphone brand. But I was running into a problem in the last couple of my videos. I was getting some like noise problems in my recordings. I decided, let's upgrade our audio. Let's graduate from a USB-C connection and go to an XLR connection through an audio interface such as this. When I looked more into it and learned that it had a capture card, it quickly became actually probably, I thought, the perfect option for me, because I'm not just recording audio. I don't just need an audio interface. I'm recording videos. When I record audio, I'm recording video. And the capture card I had been using, which is the Elgato Camlink, works absolutely fine. There was nothing wrong with that, but I thought if I can eliminate a port, then why not, right? So I love that it's small. I love that it has a capture card in addition to the regular audio interface. I love that it's colorful. So cute. Rode in your colors. So cute with your colors. These are things I really strongly dislike about it. Some of these are a me problem and not a Streamer X problem. I don't like that there's no power button, which is kind of bizarre to me for a device that is so bright and colorful that there's no way to just turn it off unless you unplug it completely. There's also a very annoyingly loud shh sound, constant, steady shh sound. I don't know if that's just the way this device is or if there's something wrong with it, because some customers say they have that, some customers don't have that, or it's not noticeable to them. But I did come across a review from this one guy, and I'll link to his video below, because this is a surprisingly and refreshingly honest review from somebody who was sent these products from Rode. Goes into some detail that I found to be very helpful. He sort of explained the shh problem. I think that's just the way that the device works. That's one of the questions I asked Rode support. I also don't like that there's no visual levels on here to see that it's picking up my sound. That might not be a deal breaker for some people. It didn't really occur to me when I bought it that like how much I would feel like I really needed that. I need to see what is happening with the audio for me to know what's happening with the audio. In the years that I've been on YouTube, I have inadvertently recorded videos with no sound before. I've done that enough times to where I always check my audio, and I'm using the DJI wireless mic right now, so I can look right above my camera, I can see my audio. I can see that it's not too high, it's not too low, it's right where I want it, and it is working, like it's on, it's picking up my audio. The baffling thing about using the Streamer X is before I go on a Zoom call, I have to open up a completely different program. I open up Ecamm to make sure that it is actually picking up my audio and actually picking up my video so that I don't go to a Zoom call and then have to troubleshoot that stuff on the call. If I could just have some visual that like, yes, we're working, we're connected, you're good on here, that would make a lot more sense. But one more thing that I just don't get about this, and if you have a Streamer X or a Rodecaster or something with the smart pads, please, this is a serious question / concern. Please let me know in the comments. How do you remember what you have programmed into which button? Do you have a diagram or something on your desk? The fact you can program these 4 smart pads into 64 smart pads by paging through them, how do you know what page you're on? Serious question. My brain just barely has the capacity to remember what 4 unlabeled buttons do. Even when I'm the one that like set these buttons up with like sound effects and stuff. So let's talk about the real reason this unit has to be returned. I'm not getting a replacement. I ordered something completely different. We'll talk about that in just a second. This has to go back because every time I restart my computer, or most of the time when my computer goes to sleep and then comes back to life, this doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not connected. The computer doesn't recognize it. It doesn't know that it is here. I have to unplug it and then plug it back in. And then even once you do that, it still doesn't work right away. It's almost like it takes a minute or two to get to like start up. But there's no indication on here that we're not totally awake yet, Meredith, slow down. It just, the lights come on and you think it's good to go, but then your programs, your Zoom, your Ecamm, your computer is not hearing the audio. It's not bringing the audio in. Call me crazy, but it shouldn't be that way, right? Also, up until just yesterday, this lower left pad down here didn't work. Maybe on the 5th time it would work. And so I had sound effects that I programmed into here, and I tried different sound effects because I didn't know, is this a hardware problem? Is this a software problem? Is this a like sound effect file problem? Then the last 2 days it worked fine. And the firmware is up to date, by the way. I don't know if this is something that is broken or if this is just the way the product is, but every time I unplug this, unplug it back in, and it restarts, it automatically defaults to headset mode. You can go wireless if you have the Rode Wireless Go 2 or the Wireless Me, not this one because it's not Rode, but you can also connect like a gamer headset where you have like over-the-ear headphones with a little customer service microphone attached, you know, those things. I don't own one of those, so I don't have one plugged into this, and yet every time I restart this machine, it defaults to that setting, to the Streamer X team from Rode. If it does that because it's broken, that's fine. I just have a faulty unit. I'm returning it. It's whatever. If it does that because you designed it to do that, why? Why wouldn't you just design it so that it defaults to the last setting used or defaults to the first setting on this little menu thing or defaults to the jack that you actually have something plugged into? Why does it default to the one you don't have something plugged into? Ugh. So like I said, I'm sending that back. I'm not anti-Rode. I'm not a Rode hater. Rode is a great brand. This particular product is just not going to work for me. Even if it wasn't broken. I still don't think it's going to work for me. However, the fact that I got a product that I had to like, I thought there was something loose in there. I was like, oh. The fact I got a product that I had to troubleshoot led me to a couple of very interesting realizations. Rode as a brand is so popular and so everywhere and so visual because their products look so nice and they're so colorful. There are other companies that make audio interfaces and they're less expensive. They don't look as cute. And even though I knew there were other audio interfaces when I was shopping for one, I still just kind of defaulted to Rode because I thought Rode just seemed like the default brand name. It's the brand that everyone has and everybody uses. My point is, had I not had to troubleshoot this thing, I wouldn't have come across a bunch of really viable alternatives. One of them is made by Mackie. They make something called an Mcaster Studio. I ordered one. It's out for delivery right now. I'm not a Rode hater, but I wanted to be honest about my experience with this product. And now that I've recorded this video, I can put it back in the box that it came in. Womp womp. So when I do get the Mackie Mcaster Studio, I'll check it out, I'll use it, I'll give you an honest review, and I'll link it up for you down in the description. So as I was getting ready to edit this, Amazon came. So I now have in my hot little hands an alternative to the Rode Streamer X. So this is what this bad boy looks like. It feels like a Game Boy, kind of, or an old-timey calculator. Can't wait to hook it up.